this is like for me like a brand that I recognize, that is more established, that I know. This, I don't know much about it. Which is not necessarily good or bad. It's just like this is one that I recognize.
I would say Trident made a big impression, at least or in Mexico, like 15 years ago, by being like the brand that everybody wanted, that came from the United States. And it was the first one of the batch that was only using not sugar but synthetic. You know, it didn't mess up with your teeth.
Bueno, yo pienso, cuando voy a comprar una goma de mascar, lo que veo es, no sé, tiene xilitol, I don't know qué es eso, pero porque dice que protege los dientes y limpia los dientes, por eso yo lo veo y prefiero comprar este por eso.
I like Orbit. I think you get more in a pack. It's true, you get more for your dollar, and I think the taste lasts as longer and it tastes better.
I like the fact that he's looking around the room and he's looking for something to happen after he puts the gum in his mouth and it stays the same. I like that because you have to be, I hate commercials that are unrealistic. You have to be realistic.
Tú puedes limpiar con Orbi tu boca, pero tú tienes que limpiar tu casa. O sea, Orbi limpia tu boca, pero tú limpia tu casa.
No, it's very similar to the English ads, you know, which keeps with that, which keeps the continuity of the advertising, that whole like flash of smile.
Well, I like how like the guy is like, because when I see the visual, like it's kind of really messy, and I'm kind of like a clean person, so just to see him all messy and all crazy and stuff, and he's hoping that Orbit could help him out with more than one thing, but I think that was a little cute of him.
Okay, I get it. That's cool. I like it.
It's so good at cleaning your mouth, really, that you want it to clean everything else.
Por ejemplo, el de los tacos, que a veces sientes que te queda aquí el pedacito de algo. Entonces eso significa que por lo menos te vas a sentir que no, si sonríes, no hay nada que quedó ahí. Es como la idea de limpieza extrema. ¿Sí?
I think it's more realistic, the guy eating the sandwich, throwing the sandwich, and everybody standing around, because it just gives you like that humor, you know, that effect that you want to get like, oh, you know, and it'll crack a smile on your face and it'll make you want to pop a gum in your mouth.
It's self-explanatory that it cleans your mouth pretty much. Like, yeah, you don't have to do all the weird things like jumping in car washes and stuff like that. It's pretty random.
Entonces cuando se limpia la boca y ya siente se siente bien, da la sonrisa, porque tú sonríes cuando tu autoestima está arriba, cuando te sientes bien. Mientras no te sientes bien, tú no vas a sonreír.
I think what it's saying is that that's how strong this is, you know? I mean, that's what I understand. It's as if you put your teeth through one of these things.
The reggaeton thing, I thought it was cool because you're trying to appeal to what's popular now. I understood that part.
I do like the second one. It's urban. It's gonna draw a lot of attention. You know, the reggaeton, it's what's in style. So it's gonna bring a different type of age group.
I mean, like, you probably could link up to more like teenagers with this one, I think, because like reggaeton's really in right now.
The idea is funny of, like having, like this clinical intervention, to really clean the mouth, because it's like, oh my goodness, it's so terrible, this situation. So the idea is good.
Like, when it comes to dirty mouth, it's there to clean it, basically. Even if it's disgusting.
Para mí me gusta ese por los jóvenes que hay, el baile, el reggaetón, la bailadera, eso nos atrae más.
Everybody would wish that could happen if Orbit could like clean their room and stuff like that. Like,
Yo pienso que este sí tiene el concepto total de lo que es limpieza externa.
The car wash. I could see it as a good commercial. I mean, it's funny.
it's a little bit of suspense, it's funny, and then in the end it all comes together and you're like, oh, I get it, you know.
What's that?
The limpieza extrema.
The one where they go into the car wash.
The car wash, or the sprinkler one.
My favorite one is the one with the sprinklers. The first one I did not like. It's totally stereotypical, and people are gonna get way offended. Yeah, because that's a very touchy subject, and people don't understand it. So people are gonna be extremely upset about that.
The santeria might actually offend a certain audience. They might get offended a little, like, oh, there's a lot of people that as soon as they see something like that, they turn the channel because it offends them or they're very superstitious.
I actually think that's something to be really careful with. I wouldn't play with that. Not in Mexico. Not in Mexico, but, you know, definitely, you know, it's like all the Caribbean. It's like you don't want to play with that religion. And you don't want to play with, you know, animal rights. Like, it's too much.
If there was a Latin Vanessa, would that be cool?
No, it would just be like taking Barbie and painting her black.
Yeah, to be fair about that.
Still Barbie.